Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Grace and today is another sit down video. So according to the title, we are going to be doing a monthly reset. So I know I'm posting this video late. I want you guys to bear with me. So one thing I usually do is previously, like around last year or last year, when I started my this intersectionality journey, is that I don't usually start a new month actually on the first of that month. So I'm always like, oh, I want to start like this month on a very good note. And once it's like maybe the second week of that month, I'm like, oh, I have to wait for the next month. So one thing you need to know is you don't have to wait for a new month. You don't have to wait till like the first before you actually do a reset. I know that's not an excuse for me uploading late, but like I had to post the video I posted on the 31st of like August. I had to post that video. So this month there are some things that we're going to start doing. And I know I made a video on it like last month, so it's just like a continuation. So number one is spend more time with God, like by reading your Bible, having like worship sessions. You understand? Like spend more time with God. You understand? Read your Bible. That's the best way to spend more time with God. Worship God. Have a worship session. With can have like a friend discussion. It's like very rampant now. Like a lot of people just have like group discussion about the Bible and all of that. You get. So number two is start planning and journaling. So because it's not the first day of the month does not mean you still cannot start planning your day or planning your time or journaling. Like you can actually start anytime. Then you have to like start having a budget for every single month, especially if you have a stable like source of income. You have to have a budget. And this is something I actually started when I started using my manifestation journal by Bella Books. This is something I actually started, and I will say that it actually helped me have like an understanding of what I spend my money on. Something you should start doing. You don't have to be like very complex. You're just like, oh, this is my income, okay, this is what I want to spend money on, this is the price in market. And when you actually get those things, these are actually the main price, like the real prices of those things that I got. And then you have a total of like what you actually spend money on. If you're someone who tends to like overspend, like me, I usually overspend and then I end up not getting what I need. Like the month of August now, I didn't really get a lot of things, but if I tell you that I actually got a lot of things that month, and these are things that actually were not necessities. Then another thing is, which number four is, dear student, it is back to school season. You need to start planning your back to school season right now. This is something I want to start doing for this like new session. I didn't do it last session because me resuming in school was a decision that wasn't properly planned. So I didn't do it. Like second semester to the same thing, I didn't really plan it. But this session, we're becoming the best version we can ever be. I'm going to post another video on that, on like back to school period, but that's going to be later. But anyways, so you need to start preparing for back to school. You need to start getting like the things you want to get, like every single thing. You need to start planning it now so that you're not now start overdoing. Like you need to start planning for your back to school, your academics, your social, every single thing that you need. Number five is have a bucket list. Again, when I started using my Bella Books planner, bucket list is one of the things that you have to plan like every beginning or like the beginning of every month. So last semester I had a bucket list, but I didn't do the bucket list. Why? Emergencies, money, financial emergencies. So I could not do but this semester something new that I want to try. You don't have to be over. It can be like one thing, it can be like two things that you want to try. That's a bucket list. Now another thing is to learn a skill. Now one of the things that are rampant in our society now is technology. So like learn a digital skill, like something that has to do with the technology. You may not even be a science student, you may be an art, you may be a commercial student, but learn things about technology, like all the new things that you feel like they're in demand. You need to learn things about them. I don't know if that makes sense. So another thing is be intentional. Now this is something I've always talked about. You have to be intentional. Like intentionality is a journey that you have to live in, be intentional about every single thing that you own. I made a video again about it last month. You can go check out that video. You can also check my shorts, you can check my TikTok and my Instagram. I usually post things like this there. And the last one is do a journal prompt. Now they say that you need to start journaling, and I created some prompts for you guys to use. It does not mean that, just like I said, it doesn't mean that it's the middle of the month. First thing is get yourself a notebook. It can be a journal. If you don't have a journal, you can use a notebook. So you can get yourself a notebook. And first thing first is to evaluate your past month, which is where these journal prompts comes in. It is number one is, what am I grateful for this past month? So which is like, what are you grateful for this past month of August? What have I learned this month? What has helped me remain balanced? I'm going to write them out. What went well for me? What are the highlights of this month? What am I proud of? On the scale of 1 to 10, rate this month, 1 being the least and 10 being the greatest. Did I accomplish the goals I had for this month? What are my biggest challenge and how did I overcome it? And if you did not overcome it, write it there. Oh, I didn't overcome it, but I plan on overcoming it. Right, then am I inspired to set new goals? Are you inspired? For me, I am inspired to set new goals because it's back to school season. Just like I said, my school is going to resume this month. Some schools are going to resume like next month, but my school is resuming this month. So I'm excited to like set new goals for this month. Now that is for evaluating the last month, which is the month of August. Now for this new month of September, number one is, what are my intentions for this month? Now, what do you want to be intentional about this month? What intentions do you want to set for this month? Number two is, what are my top 3 goals? Now, you may not, your goals doesn't have to be up to 3. It can be like 2. You can set a goal for the month. If you know you're just starting, if you know like, oh, last month I set like 3 goals, 4 goals, 5 goals, and I didn't accomplish any one of them. Like I didn't tick any one of them off the box. You can actually set 1 goal this month. Start from 1 goal, 2 goals, 3 goals, and 3 goals. Let 3 goals be the highest you want to set for this month. Number 3 is, what step do I want to take to achieve those goals? Now, what are the steps you are going to take to achieve these goals? Like I said, you're going to be intentional this month, so you have to like write out the steps that you're going to take to achieve those goals. Make a list of more of and less of. So this month, I want to do more of this, I want to do less of that. Now, another thing is, how do I want to take care of myself this month? How do you want to take care of yourself this month? Oh, I want to be disciplined. I want to eat healthy. That's how I want to take care of myself this month. Or like, okay, this month I want to start having like a self-care day, a day whereby I just take good care of myself, or like take myself out on a date. You know what I'm saying? And then to-do list for this month. So okay, what are the things I want to do for this month? Yes, these are like goals, but they're not like goals. You understand? Like, they're just like minimal things. The last one is bucket list for the month. Just like I said, you have to create a bucket list for this month. So just like I said, for you to do a monthly reset, you have to do a recap. You understand? You have to do a recap of the last month, which is where journaling for the old month comes in. So you have to like check your goals, your finances, how much came in and how much went out. Then do a brain dump. Another thing you want to do is set goals. Clean your space, do a deep cleaning, declutter a lot of things, give out things you know that you didn't use this past month. You don't need them. If you don't use them for a whole month, you don't need them. So like, give out things you know you didn't use for this month. You arrange, redecorate. If you know that, oh, you need to like redecorate your space, yeah, do it. Redecorate your space and create a monthly DIY. This is something you want to do like for a new month. Create something like, okay, for last month, I think what I did for like last month or like 2 months previously is change my table cover. So I got like a satin material, like just normal black material, like satin material, and I just like use like, you know, this pin, I forgot what they call it, this pin they usually use for decoration, and I use it to just like hold them together. And that was a DIY I did. Set a budget for the month of September. Set a budget. You have to create a budget. Make time for resetting and self-care, which is also what I said in how do you want to take care of yourself this month. Now, set time for resetting, or every single, like every weekend, which is like, you can choose Saturday, you can choose Sunday. Take time to reset. Like, I think I should be doing videos on that, which is going to come up. I recommend you should do a research every single weekend. And self-care, take good care of yourself. You need to start doing self-care. Have a self-care routine that you do for yourself, you know. So for like self-care, you can make habits of like things you want to do like as a form of self-care for this month, and you complete them, you understand? Like create little habits, set intention and how you want to feel for this month. This month I want to feel productive, I want to feel the best version of myself and work towards achieving that. Now, okay, this month I want to feel the best version of myself, or this month I want to feel really productive. Now I have to start taking steps like towards being productive, you know what I'm saying? Like I have to start actually taking steps that will make me feel productive, like setting goals and accomplishing those goals, you know what I'm saying? Update your planner. This is time for you to update your planner. If you have not updated it in a while, update it. And if you don't have a planner, you can follow me on TikTok. I usually drop like videos on like how to create a planner using your notebook in case you don't have like an actual planner. And do a brain dump on your plan, on your journal, like okay, how do you feel at the beginning of this month? Another thing you want to do is declutter your devices. It's good to declutter your space, but another thing you need to do is declutter your devices. Now you've done that August dump that you want to do, it's time for you to delete those videos. Or you can, like, if you have another like a system, or if you are like if you have like something else, you can like transfer those files to that just for memories. So you can delete all those things that you don't know, all those screenshots, can't delete them. You understand? Declutter your devices, your phone, your system, your playlist. Yes, declutter those music. You know you don't listen to them anymore. Move them out. You understand what I'm saying? Do a restock or get something new. So like this month, get something new for yourself. Like one thing, it doesn't have to be that expensive, but just something that'll make you happy, that like make you feel. I don't know if you usually get this feeling, but there's this feeling that comes with like getting something new. You understand? So get something new for yourself to have that feeling throughout that month. Choose a book, a podcast, do a act of kindness, like do something nice for your surroundings, do something nice for people around you. Or you can like those clothes that you know that you don't want to use them anymore, if I'm going to give them to people that you know that they need it and they will really appreciate it. Come to the end of this videos, and I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for clicking the video. I want you to like, comment, subscribe and share. Anyways, thank you. That's all. Bye.